So where I live is not a powerful state. We have peaches and apples and grapes and sheep and craftspeople and manufacturing, small businesses and some technology and shipping and internet, a couple of cities and whatnot. The southwestern tip of Europe. And it's had some difficult days in the past. The history was not an easy, happy one necessarily. Recent history, anyway. And people have gotten on with it because they're fortunate to have this wonderful land that they live in on. And community and culture. The Prime Minister is already saying the government plans to welcome Ukrainian refugees to Portugal. Portugal can't send weapons like Germany could have. It can't send people to fight if it comes to that. I think NATO is a toothless tiger. The thing is, like all of these consultants and leaders and companies and consultant companies and risk management companies, they all have plans. You know, you read books for 20 years about risk mitigation and about this trend and that trend, and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. All very predictive and prescient. And some of it very, very dead on. I'm not a financial advisor. No, I'm not talking about investing your money. Just, looking at the world and saying, well, this could happen, that could happen. And we buy the book and we read it and we think, oh, yeah, that makes sense. These are things we should think about and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's in the business of best laid plans. And they make their plans. They get paid well for speaking engagements and books and media appearances and whatever. And for being bureaucrats and politicians in the revolving door public-private universe. Making lots of plans to protect the world from future risks that are imminent, onerous, and dangerous. But don't worry, we're in control. They're in control of making money. So I'm at lunch today after the shocking revelation of the world at war this morning, and I'm listening to the Portuguese people in the restaurant talking about this. They're all very practical about it. There's not much ideological stuff going back and forth, culture wars stuff. There's not much advocates of the European or the American or the Russian or the Ukrainian thing. They're just looking at it, not cynically, just practically saying, yeah, what do you expect? Best laid plans that nobody is intent on doing anything about because they're making so much money making plans. They're so prosperous, so lauded and respected. They get so much attention writing their articles for The Economist and The Nation and whatever, Der Spiegel and the Irish Times and the South, whatever, the New Straits Times, name anything, any outlet. They're making such a great living talking about all this stuff. And the rest of the world, the business leaders and the corporate careerists and political careerists and consulting careerists and all the careerists, they don't have time to do anything about it because profits first, man. I got to make mine now. Through understanding why we should be afraid. But we're not going to do shit about it. And the rest of us, we're here to pay for it, to pay for everything. We get taxed, we get burdened, we get killed, we get stressed, we get ruined. Russian people aren't going to benefit from Vlad's thing. Biden's people aren't going to benefit. Europe's not going to benefit from this. The people, the normal plebs, the salt of the earth, the people with families and demographics doesn't help us here because all of us are in aging countries where we really can't afford a whole bunch of body bags. God, help us, man. And we won't learn shit, I promise you. All the wisdom and the smartasses and all of us, the dreamers and everybody who's got the best ideas, we're not going to learn